I am now in Teams, and I'm going to show you the content camera feature that's been updated in Teams. So the content from camera is found here when you say share, and then you go to content from camera. Now selecting this option will give us three options: whiteboard, document, or video. Either of these are fine, but for our settings with the visualizers, we want to be using this document option. So we're going to click it now. So one here just give us a reminder that the document should be down and the webcam should be in view prior to you selecting this option. So here we go. So I can still do some manipulation just to make sure that my image is right. You can see here that a green border was there. The green border disappeared. So now it's scanning the edges of the document, and then I'll click share when I'm happy with what I have here. So I can check all my settings, check the focus of the camera, and move around the rotation. For example, it's basically rotating this detection box. I want a vertical detection box, just like that. So you can see that the edge is rotating around. This is not to rotate the camera, but to rotate the detection edge. So I'm satisfied with this one. I'll click share, at which point then the document is now presented. So why is this good? Why is it any different to using your normal visualizer? Well, at the bottom here, we have some few functions within Teams. Firstly, you can record directly a demonstration, or you can do this live to a student who might not be in front of you, or you recording an explanation to be sent out en masse to students. Here you can see the overlay presenter, which we'll visit last. And the settings, if you're not happy with the way we set it up the first time, you can always redo this. So I'll do that again. So I sent it away by mistake. So now when we scan again, just like we had before, we are satisfied. We're back over here. Now here comes the overlay presenter. When I select this, it's going to scan the whole document and start producing for me the material that is actually behind the document itself. Let me show you what I mean. So here's my hand that I'm waving in front. When I choose overlay presenter, you can see that my hand appears transparent. That means anytime I am working on a question, the students are able to see what is behind. There is no stopping the flow. I can do a walk and talk mock quite easily. Let me do a demonstration. Let's say here I'm doing a question with students. We read the question, the contextual information is presented. We look at the table, and the question says, what is meant by reaction time in this experiment? Well, I might have the mark scheme to hand, at which point I might ask the students to give me some feedback. And then when I'm satisfied that they've given it a go, I will then come with the mark scheme approved answer. And let's go for here. Reaction time is actually the time it takes for the student to see the green light, because that contextual information is in our question. So we say, what is meant by reaction time in the experiment? It is the time taken to see the green light. Just like that, the system will keep scanning and present that information across. If I want to make in more annotations or discuss other material, we can see that the overlay is presented there. Now contrast this to this situation, where, for example, if my hand is over, students are kind of missing out. Some other ones can't really catch up to what I'm doing. But in this, the context still remains, and I can even move around my paper. We'll give it a time for that scanning to finish, and then we can jump on to part B. Part B, boy 2 had an anomalous result in test 2. Suggest a reason why. Well, for us scientists, we know that an anomalous result is a result that doesn't fit the pattern. So here's test 2. Students can see what I'm doing. We'll then start comparing all these across. Okay, so these are following the pattern. This one is an outlier. So we'll circle that. Suggest a reason why. Well, because this particular question for students, for example, is testing their reaction times, perhaps the students would have been distracted. So just like that, I can write in, do that walking talk with students. and then I'm able to present that. Likewise, I don't need to rescan again. I can simply just bring my paper across and overlay it where the exam question was. And just like that, I can then bring in the mark scheme and I can continue my flow to show the student exactly what the mark scheme said, and without delay, and even start annotating perhaps alternatives the students would have chosen themselves as a demonstration. Okay, so obviously the quality of the camera does impact on how quickly the refreshing is going to take place on this whole screen. But as a first iteration, this is very useful, and over time, I'm sure this will become a better feature. So thank you for watching this presentation. Have a good day. Bye.